Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing well. It is August 28th, 2025, and I'm back with another break time message. There's something about levitate, which is to rise and hover in the air. There's something about an earth angel. These midnight visitors were talking about algorithms, which is a process or a set of rules to be followed in calculations or other problem-solving operations, especially by a computer. Someone mentioned the Truman Show, which is a critique of the manipulation and control exercised by media and corporate interests, serving as a warning about blurring lines between reality and entertainment, and the potential for a manufactured existence to stifle true personal freedom and authentic selfhood. I personally believe crises in these days are manufactured purposefully to drive the mind and heart of society, to distract you from whatever it is they don't want you talking about. While it appears real and people do suffer, some feel the suffering of a few are worth it to gain control of the narrative of the masses. I mean, a lot of people wanted to focus on Epstein, and you see how they directed the attention off of that subject. It took a little doing, but they finally did it. There are always events to distract the populace off topic when the heat gets too hot. Somebody is asking if something is powerless. Something. They didn't say someone, they said something. There's something about law enforcement. There's something about a death certificate and a toddler. Don't have any sense, a masculine said. Something about sedated. Somebody might have lost their mind. Take it as it resonates. One masculine asks another if she's psychic and innocent. They're always talking about this need for a sacrifice. They have to be psychic. They have to be innocent. They have to be a powerful light force. They have to be carrying gifts and these psychic connections and all of that. This is basically, they want to claim the gifts, and it's usually of a feminine. There's something about overkill, which is excessive use, treatment, or action. It's too much of something. The amount by which destruction or capacity for destruction exceeds what is necessary. It's wasteful and excessive. Now, yesterday, the curator complained that she wasted the energy. So they harvested an energy. They were also talking about suffocating her for the reward, and apparently she wasted the energy. The energy was used in excess. It was wasted. Now, when we take too much of a vitamin, such as B12, the excess just goes into the urine and then it's peed out of the body. It gets flushed rather than provides benefit. And it seems as though this is what that woman did with the energy. There's something about being tapped in. These masculines are talking about ascension, which is the act of rising to an important position or a higher level. These ones are angry about the feminine rising. They are angry of their freedom and recognition in this new chapter. Some time ago, I was told by the divine that the mother is being returned to her status as valuable and necessary, worthy of respect and honor. One of the other masculines said, "Be careful of what you say," which is always so strange to me, because there's no care in these ones. They don't care about anything other than being able to thoroughly destroy somebody and then extract their essence. They're like spiders, or those chimera ants, or some freaking, well, just a vampire. These ones are talking about a medicine woman, an herbalist, a healer. So this person that they're targeting could very well be, you know, there's been a lot of talk regarding adaptogens and plant medicines. They're very upset about it because it's like there's a lot of temples out there that are being cared for in a very deliberate way with Mother Earth's medicines. And these people are just pissed because they wanted everybody on synthetic, you know, destroy your kidneys and liver stuff. They're worried. They're saying with all of the authority that she has, this medicine woman, there's changes being made. On the 26th, I received a message regarding botany, which is the scientific study of plants, including their physiology, structure, genetic ecology, distribution, classification, and economic importance. So there are a lot of genetic compounds within the plants of Mother Earth that aren't necessarily utilized, you know, as a medicine. Like you may find a plant where only the root or a specific compound within the structure of the root genetic. I mean, take it as it resonates. So it sounds to me as though this medicine woman and all of the authority that she has is making a shift within the healthcare dynamic. Like we're going back toward holistic medicines and doing away with these petroleum-based synthetics. At least it sounds to me like that's the direction it's going in. You know, health care, holistic healing rather than sick care. She's 90 percentile, one masculine stated. And I have no idea. I've been trying to figure out what that is. They're talking numbers. 94%, 96%, 97%, 100%. See, if there's somebody that's 100%, apparently they can just latch onto the frequency and suck them out like Ghostbusters. But this person is a high 90s percentage, and they can't just latch on and plug and pull out. They're having difficulty. There's something about Donald Trump. Either he's in the hospital or there's an effort trying to put this woman, this medicine woman, in the hospital. Take it as it resonates. It sounds more like he's in the hospital because somebody's calling him a coward, an envious coward. It's like these ones share a life with another that makes certain there is strife, combat, fighting, all struggle, chaos. Chaos makers are always finding out what time it is, said Spirit. They're not speaking about trusting at this time. There's something that must have happened. There's something about mental illness. So they might not be able to trust somebody because they have a mental illness. There's something about restricted or restriction, which is limited in extent, number, scope, or action. Confined, controlled, reduced. There's something about incompetent, without adequate ability, knowledge, and fitness, failing to meet the requirements, incapable, unskilled, amateur. I got number 5559, which is a battle and the ending of such. There's appreciation for change. Stay strong, trust in the process of change, and remain hopeful for the future. It sounded like the curator said that she broke her silence. Whoever you are out there, woman, that's giving all these misogynists such a horrible time, you broke your silence. Apparently they had buried you somewhere, and you're speaking, you're shining, they're upset about some kind of influence you have. There's something about telepathy. So you broke your silence. You are online with the other organic telepathy people. And it could be that you're also picking up on cyberware, the AI. They're upset about it. they're repeating themselves again. She's psychic, one stated, but she has to be innocent, someone responded. This is said over and over and over again. I don't know why they just don't put a big chalkboard up so that everybody can have their answer before they even come into the room. They're having a real, come on now, the wind. They're having a real hard time choosing who they wish to obtain. The energy, the gifts, the strengths, the protections, it's all a factor. One masculine here is saying, I don't give an F. He's swearing, he's cussing, he's throwing F-bombs everywhere. He wants to silence this woman at all costs, whatever it takes. He wants to hurt her very bad. They keep fantasizing about what they're going to do when they get her. They're mad at this medicine woman. They do not want her restructuring their profit base. Their foundation is crumbling. Everything they built for profit is crumbling. It was all built on the energy and the life force essence of others, and it depended on people being sick and blocked off from this organic natural telepathy with the higher source, God. The divine stated that their intentions shall be their gift. So whatever they're planning for this feminine, it's gonna land on them. There's probably not going to be much delay in the karmic return, because it seems to me that everything is happening instantly these days. This woman has been enfolded into an entire other family. These masculines are attacking somebody's wife, trying to take her for their own, and they're very upset about her protection. They are pissed. The curator is telling a person that she needs her medicine, so they keep talking about this woman needing medicine and about how easy it's going to be to pluck her right out of this other family. It sounded like they said Donald Trump complicated things, she's sensitive, and she broke her silence. A while back, these ones said something like, she's Donald Trump's hideaway. So there must have been an unaliving in a previous cycle, and then she was hidden away, silenced, left alone, without anybody. Yeah. There could have been family present, but that family was probably most likely very abusive with the intent to destroy you and your sense of self. They're upset that this woman speaks on artificial intelligence. I really believe these people are the vampires. They rejected their own bioform and they went for an artificial intelligence body, a synthetic body. They're upset that this woman is speaking on it. There was cyberware and Microsoft was mentioned. So they're really upset about the way that this technology it's coming out, that it's been used to drive the organic mind, the transmitter receiver of the divine, you know, those people that are connected to source, to God. They've been driving insanity through their processing unit. And domestic violence and other angry thoughts that lead to the breakup of a marriage and the instability of a home. These experiences, as far as I can tell, are all manipulated by this technology. They're asking each other if they'll recognize her. There's something about irresponsibility, which is the quality of not thinking or worrying enough about the possible results of what you do, not caring about the consequences of one's actions or attitudes, reckless, not capable of bearing responsibility. Either they're being accused of it or they are saying this about Donald Trump. The curator was talking with another masculine about culture. Apparently, they're concerned about a cultural clash with the ideas regarding the structure of this new environment. The ascended masters, both male and female, are here creating a new situation. But these men, who are probably spiders or ants or some other entity and in a flesh suit, posing as a man, They're very angry about this feminine rise and recognition. You know, the fire goddesses, the water goddesses, the airbenders, all of the feminine powerhouses have reclaimed their womb, and it's like they're not sharing that energy with F-boys or F-girls, and they're harnessing their energy and their power, and they're focusing it on their intention for change in the world, and they're really upset about it. They're concerned over judgments regarding cultural habitual patterning. So mostly around the abuse of children and mothers, I think. You know, this sexual slavery, they're treating the mother divine as a slave, as a servant, as a punching bag, and the children take on a lot of abuse. And this is cultural practices, you know, that the divine mother is not happy about. Apparently, there are limitless numbers of universes out there. So honestly, I don't think cultural differences will be permitted to continue creating war with each other in this new chapter. Folks will be shifted to a space of a vibratory and energetic match. The divine stated some time ago that if they want a world of violence they shall have. There's limitless numbers of universes, and within each universe there is, you know, systems operating. I heard a few weeks ago people were being removed or rehomed due to their prejudices against various races of people. It sounds to me like the rainbow tribe is coming together of the Hopi prophecy. Over a year ago, the divine stated that the land is going back to the indigenous people. And I truly believe that this will be the rainbow tribe. This is unification. This is a coming together of many skills and wills and love, you know, determined to build a solid and safe foundational structure for the children. Inclusive, loving, respectful, honorable, unified. These narcissists are talking about a woman and how somebody had captured her. So, but now she's free. They can't draw off of or command her energy and gifts, or the intellectual property and connections to source. So they're not able to siphon her messaging and then pretend that it's theirs. They've lost their battery, their power source. This is why they are so intent on destroying her. They lost access while she has been embraced into this new tribe of family. Many cultures, many wisdoms, many skills. Perfect, loving weavers of life. Somebody is calling this woman spiritual. These guys really don't care about consequences. They intend to claim this woman and her energy and her genetics and her mind. They intend on continuing war with her new family. They're not going to stop until they're made to stop. They're mad because this new family, all of its members, are dedicated to each other, devoted to this new chapter. They're not tempted by false gifts or power. They are aware of who they are, what they have and bring to the table, and what they are connected to, and the potentials of it, this union. The Divine Mother has stated some time ago that she won't let those people obtain you, Divine Feminine. And he who speaks with all authority, and there's only been one, when he doesn't speak all the time, but when he speaks, it rumbles through your soul, and you know, it's scarier than heck. You want to kind of jump out of your flesh suit, and he can probably move anybody out of that flesh suit with simple words. And he said that they are going to get what they deserve, and it is not this woman, it is not the Divine Mother, and it is not the womb energy that brings forth life. So that these ones have been siphoning the life energy out of the womb and extending their own lives. This is the end of their relationship with batteries. According to a masculine divine, and he's big. His presence is very, very big. And so is this mother energy. They've lost a supercharger. They've lost their fountain of youth. The divine has told them already that they won't ever find what they're looking for. It's over. So they're still looking for a Sagittarius, feminine, innocent and pure, powerhouse. And they're never going to find it because God has already said that they won't. The curator is talking about concentrating on her with his friends. So they may be trying to push thought forms into your mind, doing mental magic. They may be trying to spy on your intellectual property to see what kind of messages you're getting. Or they could be getting in trouble for these cords of mental connection that they refuse to stop creating. Please take it as it resonates. This is a message that I have for you, and I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.